You're listening to Soap Dirt, the latest in television entertainment news.
Hey there, Y&R fans. It is Belynda from Soap Dirt, and I have got your early edition Young and the Restless spoilers for Monday, September 25th through Friday, September 29th. At the point that we're making this video, you guys have all probably seen Monday and Tuesday, the 18th and the 19th. I've already seen Wednesday, the 20th as well. So real quick, though, I'm going to run through the rest of the spoilers for this week, just bam, 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 just to give you some context for the early spoilers for next week, because it might not make sense without you knowing what else is coming. All right, we're going to dig into that in 1 second. If you haven't already, please reach down and click subscribe so you don't miss any of our Y&R updates. All right, on Wednesday, September 20th, we had the spoiler up about Billy Abbott going rogue, and it sounded really bad, and I don't like whoever's writing the spoilers right now because they make things sound bigger, and they're not always accurate. And the bottom line is, Billy's going rogue is not even the right word for this. He said he wanted to talk to Devon and tell him what Tucker is up to. And Jack's like, oh, I don't think we should do that. And Billy decided to do it anyway. That's not a big naughty thing, especially considering the spectrum of big naughty things Billy Abbott does. Him telling Devon, I think your dad's up to no good, and I think he's going to, be targeting the Abbotts. Not a big deal. And Devon was already kind of halfway to that conclusion on his own because he knows how sketchy Tucker can be. Kyle and Summer have a sit down. They're talking about custody of Harrison and being civil, and they're perfectly polite. I haven't really, since they split, they haven't really been nasty to each other. So again, another really weird spoiler because they were not being nasty to each other, distant, a little, frustrated, but not some kind of big Civil War thing. So Kyle says he's not seeing Audra anymore. He lies to Summer's face and he says, Nikki demanded that. And we know Summer's got her eye on Chance, even though he's with Sharon. So interesting. Victor will not tell Lily who he sold his stake in Chancellor Winters to when she comes by to ask. A lot of people are hoping that it's Mamie because she is back soon, and that would be interesting. And she may have the money to do it because Jill paid her a buttload of money years and years ago to leave Genoa City. Maybe she, invested it well and she's got a pile of cash to spend. And since she's related to Lily and Devon, maybe she wants to be part of it. I don't know. That would be really interesting. And Diane and Phyllis have a little run-in that's sort of civil, sort of not. And then Phyllis decides to do the dirty work that Tucker wants done because she needs the $2 million to pay off the insurance company. And he wants her to look into Billy's finances, which is very interesting. All right, on Thursday, the 21st, Lily comes back to Devon and says, Victor won't tell me who it is that bought the shares of CW, and then they try to figure out who it might be. And Nikki pushes on Audra to make a difficult decision. And also on Thursday, Victor and Victoria get into it, and he loses complete patience with her. And he tells her if she doesn't like what he's doing at Newman Enterprises, she knows where the door is and she can walk out of it. And this isn't going to be pretty at all. I'm excited for it. I usually get a little bored with their business meetings, but I'm excited to see them bickering. As the week closes this week on Friday the 22nd, Audra writes Kyle a reality check. I'm sure because she is in bed with Tucker again, literally and figuratively, both having sex with him and plotting with him. She's got to change things around with Kyle, and she is probably going to be pumping him for information, and maybe she's going to slow down his access to her bed. We shall see. Although I perfectly believe that Audra is capable of banging both of them enthusiastically, without giving it a second thought. Tucker reveals this dangerous scheme that he's cooking up, perhaps to Phyllis, perhaps to someone else. And Jack grills Phyllis and he stands firm. And I'll be interested to see I still wonder if Phyllis is going to act like she's going along with Tucker's request, but she's going to actually try and defend the Abbotts to earn her redemption. But honestly, it doesn't sound like she can afford it. She sounds like she needs this $2 million, and she's going to have to do what he asks. All right, then on to the 2-week spoilers from Monday the 25th through Friday the 29th. Victor shocks the business world. I'm guessing this is him announcing that he's the CEO. Perhaps at this point he announces that Victoria is gone. I don't know if she is going to quit or if she's going to stick around or what, but that should be pretty interesting. And Phyllis gets a surprise visitor. I know this happens on Friday the 29th, and that's Danny Romalotti. And there's going to be some back and forth between Danny and Cricket and Red. And I've seen a lot of y'all's comments on our videos and also like on Twitter and places. And I'm not seeing a ton of enthusiasm for this Danny return. So it's kind of funny. We'll see how it goes. Mamie Johnson is also back on Friday the 29th. She's got scenes with the Abbotts and also with Jill. And it would be great for this reason because the season 51 spoilers and season 51 starts, I think, next week or early October. I'm trying to remember. You know, Mamie and Jill have a long simmering dislike of each other. And if Mamie bought Victor's shares in Chancellor Winters, it might be part of her plan to support Devon, support Lily, and spit in Jill's face. And I think that would be a whole lot of fun. So I hope it's very soapy. All right, we have got Billy and Tucker spoilers and a Jack spoiler left. I'm going to unpack that for you in one moment. If you haven't already, please reach down and click subscribe so you don't miss any of our Young and the Restless updates, and click a like if you're enjoying these early spoilers. So Billy directly threatens Tucker next week. That should be interesting. Maybe he tells him he's coming for him. I don't know. And then Jack finds out he's being deceived at work. I know a lot of people think that Diane is running a long con just from the dislike they have as being longtime watchers. I just don't get that vibe from Diane. I'm not getting anything off of her except for gratitude and love. And I don't think she's conspiring with Tucker. I don't think any of that. So we'll wait and see. I tend to think it's probably Billy who is deceiving Jack. But remember, Tucker wanted access to Billy's financials. I wonder if Tucker might get Phyllis to manipulate his finances somehow to make things look sketchy, to try and drive a wedge between Billy and Jack and to make it look like Billy is up to something when he's not. That would be soapy fun. We'll just have to wait and see. Come back here to Soap Dirt on YouTube later in the week, and we will have your full roster of dated daily Young and the Restless spoilers, your 2-week spoilers, and everything you need to know to get you ready for next week and beyond. Thank you so much for listening. Please drop your comments on what you're excited to see next week, about Victor's big announcement, about Danny and Mamie coming, about Billy and Tucker and Jack. Drop your comments on what you're excited to see. I read all your comments. I appreciate them. I appreciate you guys tuning in and interacting with us. Come back soon for more on Y&R. This has been Belynda from Soap Dirt.
Thank you for being a loyal listener. Follow us wherever you get your podcast, because you don't want to miss the next episode. Soap Dirt is on all the major podcast platforms, including Apple Podcast, Spotify, iHeartRadio, and more.